Okay, everyone, how are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. This is Azam Umar Show. My name is Abdulaziz Umar. I was born and raised in Sudan. I live in Saudi Arabia. I am a private teacher. Today, with me, wonderful guest. His name is Masood Alam. He is from Pakistan. He is a teacher English language, and he is a interviewer, and he has a more experience for teaching English. Hello, Mr. Masood. How are you?
Thank you, sir. I am fine.
Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much for giving me a good time.
Same to you, sir.
Thank you. So, sir, could you introduce yourself for our audience? Who are you and what do you do?
Sir, my name is Muhammad Masood Alam, and I am a teacher, a trainer, and a writer. And I write in English some of the articles and the quotes. The second is that, as far as my qualification is concerned, I am Master of Philosophy in English Literature and Master of Education, and I live in Khushab.
Thank you so much. That is so interesting. Could you tell us about your experience for teaching English language?
Yes, sir. English language, teaching English language. Your question, it has many things to be discussed, and if you specify your question to a certain, if you target your question to 1, 2, 3 points, then it will be easy for me to answer your question. Experience is just a huge bucket, I think, and one by one we will just take one of the items from that bucket and open before the audience.
Oh, thank you so much. You know, you are teaching of English language. Is English language is your first language or second language for you?
Yes, in my country, you know that we are sometimes we are trilinguals, not even bilinguals, and it is our second language, and that is why it creates problems for our students.
Oh, thank you. So, you know, sir, there is a lot of teachers around of the world. They can communicate their class. How do you communicate with your class, with your students?
It's a very good question, sir. Whenever I am to teach English in the class, I try to create an English environment in the class. I use simple chunks, simple phrases, and very simple sentences that can convey the message that I wanted to convey to the students. So when the English class starts, my effort is just to create an English atmosphere as much as possible. You know that there are many methods to teach English. Direct method, and because we are bilinguals and sometimes trilinguals, our students speak Punjabi language and Urdu, and then English. Conversion from one language to the second and second to the third creates a problem. My method is to create an English atmosphere in the class as much as possible.
Oh, that is so interesting. Thank you. So, you know, a lot of teachers, they have style for teaching. Some students, they can be kind with their students at class, and some of teachers, they can be deal with friends with a high difficulty. Can you describe your teaching style for your students?
Yes. Mm, uh, for to meet this purpose, I just put the students in pairs, in groups of two, or in groups of three, or in groups of four, and then I assign them certain tasks, certain chunks, and certain phrases, and I ask them to write, and then I ask them one by one to ask to pronounce those sentences before their group mates, and one becomes the speaker, and another becomes the listener, and then one and the other become the speaker, and the first become the listener. So such kind of activities are designed so that the atmosphere can be created and the interest for the language can be created, which the teacher is going to deliver. Such kind of activities, and sometimes short poems or short simple songs are produced, which are just written on the board, and one of the student is asked to just cram it, and then they are put in an activity, and the atmosphere is created in the class.
Oh, that is so clear. Thank you. Masood, sometimes when you find teachers, they are came to enter their class. Be carefully know when he came back with him. I think I remember when I was at school, I have a teacher. When he entered the class, it's close the door. No anyone he come after him. If I were to walk in your class, what would you see and what would like?
The last words are missing from your question, sir. Would you please
Sorry,
repeat?
my questions. If I were to walk into your classroom, what would I see and what would it look like?
The words are missing. The problem of the sound, sir.
Hello,
Gigi, hello. Now
yes,
you
can
can
you hear me?
speak, sir. Sometimes the question, the voice just touches my ears, and sometimes the some of the words just gets missed.
Oh, sorry. My question is, their teachers, they came to enter the class, they can close the door. No any students came behind them. My question for
Okay.
you, if I were to walk into your classroom, what would you see and what would it like?
As far as I have understood you, it means I have entered. I as a teacher, I just entered in the class, and I'm going to continue with my practice, teaching practice, and the door is closed, and you as observer just enters the class. Is this the situation that you wanted me to respond before you, sir?
Hmm,
Is this
okay, that is
is this? Oh, okay, then I will not bother about the entrance. When I am just going towards to deliver my teaching practice, and I am involved with my students. If you enters the class, it's it's up it's up to you. Now you are observer. You are to observe, and I am to deliver. And you and observer will come into the class, and I will not stop my teaching. I will continue my practice. I will continue my teaching, and it's up to you then to just sit behind the class and have a chair and just observe what's going on in the class. And this is what you wanted to ask.
oh, that is so important for any students when he come to enter the class, when he found the teacher in front of their students. My next question: what is your greatest success in teaching so far?
My success or the is this that with the passage of time, when I got entered into the teaching uh, profession, I did not stop uh, my education. I continued with one degree to other, and another to third, and third to fourth. And second, I did not close my mind in such a way that I did not allow the new methodologies and the new skills that coming on into the market time to time. I just let them enter and fresh my knowledge, and that freshness, with that freshness, I practice that those skills and those things that are coming into the new methodology, the methodology that are coming into the market, and that I try to apply those things. And with this method, I did not become a stagnant pool, and that is why I achieved a lot in within myself. It created confidence in me. I would like to say, sir.
Oh, thank you. That is so interesting. Thank you. Thank you for answering these questions. I can see a lot of teachers, they are inspire and motivate their students. How do you motivate your students?
Yes, the motivation is relied on one single thing, sir. As far as I think, the link between the student and the teacher, and that link is symboled as love, affection, kindness. And with this kind behavior and loving and affectionate behavior, the teacher creates the link between the student and the teacher. And when this such kind of atmosphere is created, when such kind of link is created between the teacher and the students become feel confidence. The fear that the teacher is has come into the class, and now they are just sitting in within in disciplined. And when the teacher leaves the class, they will not be in the discipline. So in my mind is that there should be one thing should be there, that the love and the affection and the passion to teach to the students should be there between the teacher and the students, and this thing creates interest. And when and for teaching process, interest is the primary thing, sir.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. That is so important. Thank you. Mr. Masood, now you have a good experience in teaching English language. What are kinds of qualification to be teacher?
Yes. As I just told you earlier, that when I entered the teaching profession, the criteria was different. The education criteria of selecting the teachers were different, but with the passage of time, it enhanced. And now master level and pre-teaching courses are compulsory to be in the education department.
Oh, thank you. Now this time, all of teachers, they can go on to use technology teaching. How do you use technology in classroom?
Yes, being a teacher, I am not dependent on the new technologies. I have the knowledge in my mind about the new technologies that are coming into this era. But when I enter the class, if the technology is not there, now it's my quality or is the teacher's quality to create low cost, no cost material, and the theme or objective should be the same that requires from that technology as far as possible. If there is not the teacher enters the class and he knows that a certain technology is missing, he should not stop his teaching. He should devise certain other things that may meet its needs and meet its purposes, so that the period, the time that is allowed, specific time that is allowed for a certain period, may be made purposeful. I
Oh,
want to say that technologies, the teacher should be equipped with the technology, with the new technologies. Now when he enters the class, he will not sit in the class that I do not have the facilities and the new technologies, and he just will sit in the chair that I do not have all these facilities. No. In my mind, he will devise new things. He will devise from the paper, from the straws, and from these low cost material, he can meet his purposes as well.
oh, thank you. I am a teacher also. Now I can prefer teaching online than teaching at classroom. Go to school. What do you prefer, to teach online or at classroom?
Sir, kindly repeat your question. One or two words are missing.
Sorry, my question is, what do you prefer, to teach online or at school?
Okay, I got your question. I am a teacher. I am a professional. When I say I, it does not mean I. It means it is just for the whole teacher community. I represent the whole teacher community, and I think that whether I am to teach online classes or I am to teach in the classroom, there may be some methodologies would be different, but I think the certain uh, things should be uh, in the mind of the teacher. If he is to go online, he will keep in mind some other things, whether the new technologies or the online material is available to my students whom I going to teach. If I am just developing the videos and the other material that way to teach the students online, I will keep in mind all the teaching techniques, all the facilities, all the other necessities. And when I am to practice in the class, I will use this thing. But your question is that, would you like, what method would you prefer? I think when now it's the institutions are closed, and it's a high time for us to just to deliver in the online classes, to devise certain to create certain things that may help your students online. And I think uh, both are objectiveful, but it is up to the task assigned by our authorities, that what kind of task they assign to us. But a teacher should be equipped with all the resources. He should be equipped how to teach online. He should be equipped how to teach in the class.
Oh, that is good. That is so interesting. Thank you. I see I see some of teachers, they can take the students homework, and some of the students, they can take care about doing homework at home, and they can give punishment from their teachers. When do you give homework to your students? and some of the students they don't interest for do homework. What is your kind of punishment for your students?
Strange question. The teacher is a teacher. He is
Yes.
not to punish. I just told you earlier that to create an interest, there should be a link between the student and the teacher, a link of love, a link of affection, kindness, kind gestures. The students are like flowers, sir, and even a
Yeah.
even a simple heart, a little hot air just withers those flowers. It's
Sure.
my theory, and most of the time, the teacher or I just uh, is inclined to teach my students with love.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I think all of teachers they love their students. Every good
Yes,
teacher
yes.
they can would be with the students, and he will motivate and he will encourage them for doing everything for them. Thank you so much, sir. So we can go to another question outside of teaching. What are your interests outside of classroom?
Now your question is not specific. It's still it's a general question. Are you just asking about the activity being done outside the class, but in the school, but in the college,
No,
or outside the
I think,
institution?
yeah,
Outside it.
some of teacher, they have interesting some of player working hung on with teacher outside. Okay, what do you interest to go? What do you want to go when if you have a holiday? What do you want to do?
Sound is missing some words. I mean, I think the word that pronounced by you that the second two three words are missing. But as I have understood your question is that would I, as a teacher, go outside in the holidays, or is your question is just to be with the students and go out in the holidays? What's your question? Kindly specify it.
You know, what do you do in your free time?
Okay, okay. In my free time, I love to be with my those friends who are I have long-lasting friendship, whom with I have a lot of frankness, and that thing gives me freshness, where I express all my things and they express all their things, and we converse with each other, we laugh and chat, and sometimes we made a program plan to go to the hilly areas and have a plan and just cook there, and just um, um, some of the our friends just do some of the certain tasks for cooking. Someone is just making certain things and cutting certain things, and just one of the person is cooking. So such kind of atmosphere, just when if it is done once in a month, or try or in once in 2 months, it gives a lot of freshness. It's an
Oh,
asset.
oh, that is extremely wonderful. Thank you for sharing what do you do in your free time. Thank you. Sir, can you tell us about your last message for our audience and our your floors?
I would like to just add more to your previous question, sir. that whenever what do you do whenever you have a holiday. This is the thing that I have told you. But when between the holidays, I do not do this. Between the holidays, I have certain things. I have I am inclined to write certain things. Certain it's my passion to write in English. Some of the cues, some of the phrases. I have created a Facebook page where I write articles, and where I express my thinkings, and put those thinkings on and mold those thinking in the words, and then just based on the page. So this is a thing that is outside the holidays. But now your question is that what message I am I think that all the teachers are very learned personalities. They are very much experienced, and they love their students. They do not need a message. As far as I think from me, that in this pandemic, I would suggest that all my students, all our students, all the students of my country may remain safe, and all the teachers of my country may remain safe. And we are just waiting for our this pandemic to get away and open the schools and just continue with our professional activities.
Oh, that is so important. May Allah accept your all your hopes, everything good for your everyone if you want. Sir, thank you so much for
Amin.
your time. Thank you so much for your coming. May Allah bless you, and may Allah bless your family and all of people around of you. And I hope you for everything in your life going on, inshallah. We have another discussion, inshallah, and we will contact together and with your audience.
Thank you. I will add some more words, if, with your permission, sir. That I have been following Sir Rehan Allah Sahab, and for the last few months, and then I contacted him, and it's a kind gesture for me, for him, that he introduced the persons, the kind persons, and the learned persons like you, and who made a contact with me, and I got a chance to converse with you people. And I just have a desire that you are in Saudi Arabia right now, and I ask you to just pray for us, and may we all live in peace and prosperity. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, and thank you for Mr. Rahin Alwala. Thank you for everything he gave us to contact together, and thank you for him. You know, he is very successful. You know, every people they can contact with him, they can learn more things. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, audience. We will meet together, inshallah. Bye bye. Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.